I need to talk about Ryan Reynolds' letter to Colleen Hoover. We've all heard about how he's crazy and a narcissist and manipulative and all that. But let's really look at the letter, and also let's consider what it was like to receive this letter. There are a few things I need to say about this letter, some things I noticed that I want to point out. Before we get to that, I just have to say that this joke at the beginning is good. You have to admit that it's good. He says, "At one point, I was 3 feet from you at the after party, but I was unable to extricate myself from the Sony Studios chairman's mouth. I'm still in here and a little shocked to have service." That's very funny. He's a very good writer, which is probably one of the ways he can manipulate people. So there are three main things I think are happening. One is that he's praising Colleen and making her feel great. This is love bombing to me. I think the point of him praising her is so that she feels like she actually matters to him. He says things like, "When you're a creator, an apex storyteller like you," bars. He also says, "I could literally write you 85 more paragraphs eulogizing what this all means to me. What does this have to do with you? You are not in this." But apparently he was. I can't get an understanding of that, but that's weird to me. The second thing I notice that he does is he pairs Colleen and Blake. Everything good he says about Blake, he's also saying about Colleen, or if he's saying something good about Colleen, he includes Blake. For instance, he says, "You and B made something gorgeous out of ingredients you didn't ask for. You and Blake opened this movie adaptation higher than most films with a budget 5 to 6 times larger. I also know how genuinely good you and B are. Mainly, I'm just incredibly proud and inspired by you and B." So he's, to me, making them seem one and the same so that she associates this goodness in her or this talent in her with Blake, or the talent and goodness in Blake with herself. And he also strategically is leaving Baldoni out of this. Neither of these people should be responsible for the movie doing great. I'm not sure exactly what Blake is responsible for. She says she does everything. They said she took control, but what did she really contribute? An executive producer, an author, basically making sure her story is represented, is not responsible for the movie turning out well, nor is the lead actress. He's saying that so that she can think that. The goal of this letter is to reassure her or see the idea that the sequel will be successful with her and Blake. That's why he's doing so much work to attribute the success of it to both of them. And he's also being careful not to just praise Blake, because I think if he had just said all these good things about Blake, then that would make her feel like she's being sold. So he was strategic by including them. At one point, he says, "This is a proving point that audiences will show up for a film if it's good." So he's doing this. He's trying to make her think this will be fine. Get your rights back and go with Blake, and we'll have another successful movie. Lastly, I can see that he is softly reinforcing negative opinions of Baldoni. And I think he does this masterfully, because if he were to be heavy-handed about it, she, again, would possibly feel like he's trying to push an agenda, but he did it in such a way that she could think this is just a comment. He's just acknowledging the circumstances. Although it might be your body ridding itself of any residual Baldoni. This is him talking about them having the stomach bug. He also says, "Seeing good people put shitty people over their knee is a special experience I don't take for granted." So all of that to say, what would it be like if you were Colleen Hoover and you got a letter like this? And this person has bypassed your alarms because they're not really like you. This is a millionaire. This is a successful actor, someone who knows these things, and they are affirming you. They're also offering you to spend time with them. They're offering their home to you. That's a lot. That love bombing would be extremely effective. I want to say with me, but maybe not, because I don't trust people. I think she felt seen and appreciated in a way that she may not have felt with Baldoni. He may have had personality issues. We are hearing that that might have been the case, but even beyond that, there's a very good chance they had conflict because they're two creative leads. This is her book and he's making it into a movie. There's going to be conflict. You are going to have conflict with me if we're working on a group project. This is why I can't work on a team. So there was definitely built-in conflict there. And he's validating that, letting her know that she was on the right side of it, which is going to make her trust him, hopefully. As much as she did not stand on business in this whole thing, it's hard not to see how she fell for this.